be alright. Yeah. Cause me and my clique, we don't give a fuck. Trick Daddy, good job. Let's go. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. Let's go. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. If you want some, come get some.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the middle of WrestleMania weekend, and that means FTW Future Focus is another no thanks edition, and God help us all. Speaking of which, happy Easter to everybody out there, and I am your not-so-humble correspondent, Robert Black, and to my side is the lovely, talented young lady from North Carolina. She is the queen of Motown Wrestling Group and a lovely human being. She is the Tigress Ty Nickerson. How you doing this weekend, dear?
Happy Easter, y'all. The Invisible Woman is in the building, and she looks slimmer than ever.
Sweet.
Gain some weight. You look like a squirrel. Gain some weight.
Shirt.
Get your weight up. Get your weight up.
Oh.
You started to
know what he said.
You started to look like Rio.
That's all right. What were you trying to say, Ty?
I said real quick, I have on a very perfect shirt for today. Faith over here.
Cool.
You started to look like Rio. We got to get into some Popeyes.
Oh, good God.
Hey, at least I got more at least I got more meat on my bones than Rio.
I say it for you, Ty. She got more. Her boobs are bigger than Rio.
Oh, good God.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, got milk? Anyway.
Apparently not, but I'm a little lactose intolerant right now. Speaking of which, in my caddy corner is the master of wine, women, song, and cigars, the president of Motown Wrestling Group, and a good goddamn handsome man. He is Tony Motown Allen. How you doing?
Before I do this Jello shot, so y'all know, I'm feeling oozy. I may not be at the smallest I've ever been. That's for goddamn sure, but I'm definitely feeling oozy. I do want to get a shout out to my little buddy, Dryer. He went to the hospital this week, was having some issues, but he's back home and he's feeling better. But I want everybody to keep praying for him and everything because he's not quite at the woods yet. He is feeling better though, but my little buddy is doing better though. So I want to give him a shout out. Want to keep And I just want to have it clean before we get a little dirty, though, because, we just talking about Mandy Rose and Paige Van Zandt. And, oh, my God, that picture I seen of them, too. I want to be the baloney in that set, but that's for goddamn sure.
I can't say it. That's them's the rules. Not until next week.
Meat.
Yeet. Yeet meat. No, never mind. Anyways, we are one crew member down this week. Marvelous Marcus Buckley is away on some doing some family stuff for Easter, so we wish him the best. And next week we will get into how much he may or may not have disliked the women's matches for this weekend. Speaking of this weekend and people who like or may not like women's matches, depending on who is in them, above me is the founder of our feast, the president of FTW Network, my pal and friend, and the kind of person who would probably book a hell of a lot better than WWE Creative. He is the mastermind, Bobby Rogers. How you doing?
What's up? How y'all doing? Hey, listen. Happy Easter Day, everybody. I hope you guys are with your families, having a good time, appreciating this time that we have to get together and appreciate one another. Just really take this time, cherish it. I'm with my family here. My family's in Chicago. They doing their thing. Hi, everybody out there. Also, got a couple of shout outs. Kiara, grandkids, what's up? What's up? What's up? Alexis, I hope you're doing fine. Hope things get better. We ain't got to talk about that. Jade, you're a nitwit. I love that though. um, Avante, just keep your head up, man. Just keep your head up. And Jordan, keep it up. Love you, bro. Mick, my god kids down in Bloomington, what's up? Him and his wife and their kids, what's up? All y'all, keep it going down. Even my god great kids who can't even talk yet, what's up? It's a family thing, and I miss all y'all. I really do miss all y'all. So y'all keep it up, do the thing, and love each other. Just keep loving each other. Even though some of us like Omega,
No.
Before we move on, I do have to throw something out there before we get back to my dirty world. Y'all know Cooper, Sean Cooper, my best friend.
Cooper!
Keep his family in your prayers as well.
What?
His grandmother passed about 2:30 in the morning.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What?
Yeah, he got the call at 2:30 this morning though, but she's not suffering, so I mean that's a good thing. I mean she did have some stuff going on, but still though, no, a loss is a loss no matter what though. So Cooper, I love your family. No, definitely sending my love to you, your mom, and your entire family. But no, definitely keep his family in your prayers as well.
Cool, man, dude.
Yes.
I mean,
losing anybody during.
Wait.
Losing anybody during the holidays is tough, especially if it's someone that close. So,
hold on.
Much love to Cooper.
I gotta say something real quick, Cooper. Dude, I'm sorry. Oh, bro. You in my prayers, man. You're a cool dude. I'm sorry this happened. I mean, I know I tease you because you like Duke. I mean, all of us are perfect, but but condolences to you and your family, man. Get in touch so we can all get together, bro, because that's deep. That's real deep. On Easter, she goes, bro. Condolences.
Yeah. We got you, Dr. Cooper. We got you. So.
Yeah. Cooper, much love to you, and we will keep you in our hearts, and everyone who may have lost someone this weekend, especially. But we're here for you. Speaking of being here for you,
gotta get that in. Anyway.
Speaking of being here for you, we're going to start off with our review of Night 1 of WrestleMania 41. And the first match up for grabs is the World Heavyweight title match. Jey Uso challenging Walter / Gunther. And I'd like to go first on this one because this was almost my match of the night. I gave this a 4.
Really?
What?
Yes. Yes.
A 4.
Yeah, I gave this a 4.
You ain't hitting the golf ball.
What?
You ain't hitting the golf ball.
No, I wasn't hitting a golf ball. Why would I be hitting a golf ball? I can't even move.
Well, I mean, you say 4 before you hit the golf ball, so I didn't know. Never mind.
Oh, okay. Well, I wish I had.
I say 4 before I hit my lady. That's for goddamn sure, and I don't be golfing.
Yeah.
Oh dear God, this is going to be a hell of a review, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right, because he's putting it right in there. Anyway.
Look, I liked this match because I was very surprised, number one, that Jey went over considering that this was the opening match, and number two, that it felt like Walter was giving Jey as much as he could possibly give him, and that he was like putting him over as a legitimate threat. That being said, the match was just a 4 because number one, this match had absolutely no reason whatsoever to be the first match on the card. If Jay was going over to begin with, if he was going over all along, then why in the hell was this not the last match? It was a feel-good moment that could have sent the whole crowd home happy, inspirational, and with a new, legit superstar that would have been the top of the line bill, just like it says main event Jay. But they didn't want to do that for whatever reason. And we'll get to my problems with the last match in a while, but this should have been the last match. And as a result of it being the first one, it got a little bit rushed, and it looked like, even though Walter put over Jay, it looked like he was struggling with it a little bit. Like Walter was fighting being able to put over Jay, but the fact that he still did it, and the fact that Jay really showed out, especially compared to last year, that made it a 4 for me. Motown.
I want Bobby to go before me.
Oh, well, all right. Bobby.
Go, we talked about this too, so.
Okay, Bobby, what did you think of this? Bobby, can you hear us?
We lost audio.
We can't hear you.
Can't hear you at all.
No. Well, okay.
Right,
well,
I'll go while you work on your audio.
Well, or we could have Ty go with whichever one.
Go ahead, Ty.
Ty, what do you give this match?
Bobby, you muted.
This was my match of the night, to be truthfully honest.
Oh, okay. It was your match of the night. Okay.
Yeah, it was. Because I didn't expect Jey Uso to dethrone Gunther. But I had Jey Uso as my pick to win, and I was right.
That's true.
Y'all don't know how happy I was when Jey Uso finally beat Gunther. I was like, oh my God, he did it. Holy shit, he did it. And then you had his brother Jimmy out there. He was happy. Everything. Oh my God.
And I'm glad they didn't spoil that moment. I thought Jimmy was going to turn on him.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Second, I thought the same thing too, Rob. When he was holding the belt.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
That's better.
Okay, so Ty, what did you give the match?
4.25.
4 1/4. Cool. Bobby, what did you think?
I still can't hear nothing.
I can't hear you now. We're static, and that was it.
Yeah, but you had it on for just a second, but it clicked off again.
All right.
Working
on that.
Motown, go ahead.
Hello?
Oh, there you are.
There he is.
You're staticky though.
All right, I'm ready.
Well, that's weird. I don't understand why it's doing that. Motown, go ahead and give us yours.
I thought this was the moment of the night. I didn't really give it match of the night, but this would definitely be my moment of the night. I think I get it kicking off, because if you're gonna have a triple threat and everything with Paul Heyman turn the end of the night, I can't see you putting this match in the middle. And the reason I think it should have been first, and I was happy was first, because his interest is electric and it's gonna get the fans fired up leading into the pay-per-view. It was a good way to kick off the pay-per-view. I don't think anybody can get the crowd going better than Jey Uso to start the pay-per-view. The match itself I thought was okay, but I had issues with it though. For one, Gunther synced off, and I predicted Jey to win. And I was trying to get my mom to bet me that on this match, because she thought it was crazy. when I kept saying that Jay's going to beat Gunther, but I was sure he's going to beat him because he's been losing to him. It's that feel-good moment after finally get his W. I just wish Gunther got more offense in and dominated the match a little bit more instead of the back and forth. And I didn't like the ending either, though. I thought the ending kind of made Gunther look a little soft. I wish he had him in that hold a little longer, or would have had him in there till he passed out. It was like he locked it in, he tapped out. Like, I didn't like that at all. It was too quick of a tap. Walter's too damn dominant to be tapping out that fucking fast, in my opinion. But I did.
Yeah, go ahead.
But overall, I did enjoy it. I'm very happy that Jay won. I'm happy that he had that moment. I gave this match a 3.
A 3. Okay. Bobby, are you back with us on audio?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
we
Yeah.
can hear you.
Okay. I just switched it back to the USB camera mic.
Okay.
I was kind of now you disappear. Ain't that something? Oh no, I didn't like this match. I liked it, but then there was some things that was kind of missing towards it. Me and Tony was talking about it. Tony did kind of change my mind on something because I thought the same thing. This match shouldn't have been at the beginning. This match should have been at the end. But then I started thinking about it like, wait a minute. You got CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns in the main event. Okay, I see why you picked that. All right.
With Paul Heyman.
Right, with Paul Heyman. You don't have anything, you can't put it in the middle. So, yeah, I guess start it off with it. I thought it cheapened his victory, though, in a couple of ways, though. First of all, you didn't have people to really resonate and marinate on his win because it was the first match. Second of all, and I'm telling you, look at past episodes of this podcast. I have said before, when Gunther is lost, he does not wrestle the same. To me, this was a softer Gunther, and I think that took away from his victory as well. His chops was not as powerful as they usually are. His movement was not as crisp as it usually is. And I do understand Tony's point when we were talking that the man hasn't lost that much, so he hasn't been in that predicament before. But if you're that good, you have to go ahead and train in that. That is what training is for. So when those opportunities do come and you have to do it, you have it to where it looks fluid, it looks almost the same, and then out of nowhere, you lose. My ending with that match would have been actually, because it seems like you think that Rob, you have this philosophy that he gave him and made it an equal thing. I didn't like that. When I look at Gunther, I think of a dominant asshole. Okay, I'm just keeping it 100. I look at him as a dominant asshole. And at the beginning of the match, yeah, 50-50. But the middle of the match, all the way to the end, should have been nothing but Gunther punishing him. I think it would have drew the sympathy of the crowd even more. The crowd would have got into it a lot more, and people would have been. And then the ending should have been, well, he's like, I done hit him with everything. I'm about to finish this dude off, just like he does with his other matches. Oh, he comes back and he just bam, 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 it's over. He does the same thing, bam, 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 and he tries to go for that final blow. Uso comes out of nowhere, flips it to that choke. They should have struggled a lot longer with that choke, and then he tapped out, or he passes out. That way you keep Gunther strong. That way it shows that Jay earned that like a motherfucker. You got a lot more sympathy behind them, and that victory would have meant a lot more. The way they did it cheapened it. I did not like that ending.
I see your point in that they should have given they should have done it in the traditional fashion where Jay came out really strong for like the first 2 or 3 minutes, and then Gunther took over and gave him like teeny tiny hope spots.
Yep.
And then at the very end, out of nowhere, Jay won it. I can see that, and there's no denying that there was something missing in Gunther's performance. He was trying to put Jay over as well as he could, but it seemed like he was fighting it a little bit, if you understand what I'm saying.
I don't think he was fighting
so that
it.
he was struggling to do it.
Well, hold on. I don't think he was fighting it. I think he just didn't know how to do it. You know, my thing is...
Well, he was struggling with it, yeah.
Right. My thing is, you can put somebody over sometimes without them having to do anything. I don't know if anybody watched LFG. It was an episode of LFG, and I saw the shot of it to where he said, Bubba Ray even said this. Sometimes to get... No, that wasn't LFG. This was something else from back in the day. To get a baby face over, sometimes they don't have to do anything at all. You keep taking them down, and you put the people on that roller coaster ride. So when he finally does it, everybody's jumping up for joy because you did him so damn dirty. That's what Gunther should have did, and especially in the mode right now, to where it looked like he was desperate because Jay was not backing down from him. I would have had Gunther cheat a couple of times.
So would I. The reason that I'm rating the match higher than you guys are, I think, is just a visceral reaction from last year, because last year they did Jay and Jimmy dirty. They should have had the best match of the whole damn weekend, and they had the worst one on purpose. So this year, the fact that they gave Jay his flowers in a match where he didn't look like shit, I guess I was I guess I'm being more sympathetic to them.
Well, hold on. Let me get my rating. My rating on this one,
Yeah,
I gave it a 3.25.
Damn, I came in
3 1/4.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, our next match, the New Day challenging the War Raiders for the World Tag Titles. Ty, what did you think of it?
Man, I'm mad about this. I'm so mad about this. I give this a -2.
Damn.
Damn! Can I go next?
Go ahead.
Sure, if Ty's
No,
done.
once Ty's done.
I'm not done yet. The reason I
Okay.
give this a -2 because the War Raiders should have kept the belts. I didn't want
Okay.
the Boo Day winning those tag belts. Eric and Ivar should have kept those belts.
Okay.
I'm done.
All right.
I ain't gonna say no more.
Okay.
Make me mad.
Okay. Motown, what'd you think of it?
The match itself, again, was just okay. I love the finish, though. I love the fact that the Boo Day stole them titles. They're on top of the tag team division for the first time in 4 years. That's the, hey, Biggie, we don't need you. 0-5 as a team on WrestleMania. Not anymore. The War Raiders are the 1-5. And they're on top of the tag divisions again. I am happy for these two. People hate them. And when they were teasing the split, and then talk about them going heel, a lot of people question if Kofi and Xavier could be heels. And probably the only person that's hated more than them is Dominic Mysterio right now in WWE. And that's arguably like people legit
is because, sorry, Tony, I don't mean to talk over you. Only reason I hate New Day is because I'm still not over them turning on Big E.
I know. That was like, I have so much respect for that turn because the New Day drew mega heat.
They drew,
and they didn't lay a finger on Big E.
Exactly. So basically, you're saying they drew mega heel heat.
That's talent, man.
So what you're saying is New Day drew mega heel heat.
Yes. Like normally, when you draw that kind of heat, you beat a baby face down. They verbally beat Big E down and pointed out some facts. He broke his neck years ago. He could have been back. Facts. Exactly. Yeah, he's got a broken neck. Kurt Angle won a gold medal with a broken freaking neck. the way they did that was, it was good. It was so good. People despised them. And now they got more reason to despise them because nobody expected them to Boo Day to win. And then here they are, your new WWE Tag Team Champions of the World. This is another one I love the moment more than the match.
Oh, okay. Well, what'd you give the rating?
I gave the match a 3. And I really think that this part would have been better, in all honesty, as far as crowd reaction, if the tickets were so goddamn expensive and real wrestling fans couldn't be there. Just want to say this real quick. The crowd was a little soft for WrestleMania. I think if the tickets were a little cheaper as the real fans there, it would have been a lot more lively.
Marshmallow.
I don't know which crowds were softer, the ones at WrestleMania or the ones at Coachella in the first week.
Who knows? What I do know is that I gave this match a 3 1/4. It was all right for what it was, and Ivan and Ibar, is that their names?
Ivar.
Eric and Ivar.
Eric and Ibar. I'm sorry, but anyway. The War Raiders were damn good, and Kofi and Xavier haven't really lost a step at all. Both of these teams are still great teams. It's just this match suffered because, number one, it was too rushed. They didn't have enough time. And number two, it looked like they had just thrown this damn thing together last minute, and that hurt what they were trying to do. I mean, that they were trying to get Boo Day over as with the new heel attitude, and it didn't build enough for me to get. Now I like Dark New Day. That's fine with me. But the fact that they set it up like this is an indication that WWE still doesn't give a damn about the tag team division, and that is a detriment to what they were trying to do here for a match that should have been a whole lot better. But it was what it was, so it gets 3 1/4. Bobby?
No, this match might have suffered too, its placement.
Well, yes, having to follow the heat from the that Papatrayu. So yeah,
me and Bobby were there live at SummerSlam when Jay took on Roman Reigns, and I'll be honest with you, I was wore out after yeeting. You can only eat so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that everyone was kind of deflated after the title win, but they still could have done something.
Too much yeeting could be a problem, Rob, especially when you're doing some unprotected yeeting.
Yeah.
Well, you know something, I've never had a YTD, so I can't I can't testify to that.
And I haven't either, knock on wood.
Absolutely. If you're going to yeet, then keep your meat yeeted. Anyway, Bobby, what did you think of the match?
Yeet responsibly.
This one was bittersweet for me.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of figured New Day would win because, I mean, the War Raiders title run has been very lackluster at best, okay? It really wasn't going anywhere. You need some personality behind them titles to carry them titles to get some notice to them. And unfortunately, guess what? War Raiders ain't it. Them boys, the big dude is amazing, though. I got you props, but that is exactly like, you know. So I saw New Day winning this, but my thing is this. Ty said something that just flips me out. She said, I can't stand what they did to Big E. I can't stand what they did. And I looked like she was about to have tears coming down her face. I almost got a Kleenex out with aloe vera so her face don't break out. My thing is this. They did their job. That's what they're supposed to do. They did their job perfectly. And I have no problem with New Day being heel tag team champion. I'm actually relishing in it. I'm liking it. Because it's basically telling Vince McMahon, no matter if we're face or we're heel, and you give us this bullshit ass gimmick, we've made it work, and we made you look like a dumbass because you tried to fire us with this shit. I'm enjoying this 100% because they're flipping it both ways. Well, now they showing, because that was the excuse. Oh, well, guess what? They put it into a goofy ass fucking gimmick. How they gonna be here? They can't be heel. They can't be serious with it. No. Unicorns can't be serious. Blah, blah, blah. Well, Unicorn just stuck that horn right up Vince McMahon's ass.
Oh my God.
And I enjoyed every fucking bit of this win. I'm sorry. This was the match itself, 3.25, but the meaning behind this match was beyond a 5. This is more like an 8 or a 9 because it sent the message. It sent the fucking message. Vince McMahon, you might try to do simple shit to try to get a motherfucker to get short-sighted, but there are certain motherfuckers that can get over that shit. New Day's one of them.
Well, you know, if it gets the tag division the attention it deserves and needs, then I'm okay with it.
Oh, you know it will.
I hope so. Next match, grudge match, Jade Cargill versus Naomi.
Ooh.
And Bobby, since you're go ahead, Bobby. You can go first.
Jade. Oh my God, Jade Cargill. Oh, she looks. And the wardrobe malfunction. Did anybody catch that one?
Yes.
No, I didn't catch it.
Actually, no. What did happen?
Something almost popped out and we almost said got milk again.
Okay. Well, you know, I think I know what you're talking about, but it didn't quite happen.
No, it didn't. Oh, it almost did, though.
It almost did, but not quite.
Jade was almost Janet Jackson in the Super
Boy,
Bowl.
control. Now we all grown up. I'm telling you. Woo.
Oh, boy.
Woo.
It looked chilly in Las Vegas last night, too.
Because guess what? Naomi stepped up, too.
Oh, no. Oh.
Naomi with her new theme music, I loved it. It shows her other side. It's a total flip in her character. I love what she's doing in that ring. You could tell Jade has been working. You could tell in that match Jade Cargill has been in that performance center working her ass off. This is a lot better Jade Cargill than I've seen in the past. A lot fucking better. Sorry to say this, Rob, but AEW can't teach nobody shit. I'm sorry. They just busted that out. That was the first shot fired right there where Jade came out and did what she did. No, that wasn't the first one. That was probably the second or third one by then, but who's counting? Listen. Mad props to both of these ladies for what they did in that ring. I gave it a 4.25.
Next.
Okay, Motown.
Jade improved. Yes. She still got work to do now.
Oh, no, I'm not saying she's absolved. I'm saying it's a vast improvement.
It is a vast improvement, but I'm going to give a lot of credit to Naomi as well, too. I thought I
did.
No, as far as not only is Jade improved in the performance center though, but I think Naomi, you could tell she was the ring general in this match, which I never thought I'd say that by Naomi. And there was a couple times it seemed like Jade was a little off, and Naomi got her back on track.
Yes.
As much as these two hate each other, you could tell this woman want her to shine. You could tell she wants her to succeed.
Young Bucks take notes.
Naomi was very unselfish in this match. But oh my God, that spot when Jay caught her in the air.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. The only thing I did not like about this match is the outcome. And here's why. I enjoyed this match, and I think you could do more programming with them. But I think it's easier to continue programming with them if Naomi would have cheated to win. It's like she went out there for a revenge. She got her revenge. There's no real reason to keep that programming going. And I'm a little disappointed in that, though. I kind of like to see these ladies go at it a little longer. That was my only problem. But the match itself, I gave it 3.25. This was the best match up to this point.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Because I was thinking this myself. I was thinking the match should end in a double disqualification. Both of them just lose control, fight outside the ring, and they just keep fighting. Referee tries to break it up. They both knock the referee down or something, double disqualification, so they can continue the program till SummerSlam.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, am I crazy or?
I mean, I think it should have ended where they can keep it going though. I think with Jay getting her win back and getting a win over Naomi, she accomplished what she wanted to, and I just don't see a reason.
Right. No, I'm there with you, but I'm just saying a double disqualification continue until SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I don't. I think SummerSlam is the right time because if you carry too far, it would have been too long. But SummerSlam would have been the right time to end it, I think. And
then that's where you could bring in the swerve with Bianca Belair. Go build to that.
You could.
Okay. I'll go next so that I can answer that question too. I think that both of you are right in that the ending of the match should have been better, but there were other ways of continuing the feud other than having the match have an inconclusive ending. Jade could still go over, but I think that Naomi should have gotten her heat back at the end of the match by attacking Jade in the aisle or something, basically pulling a Hercules chain thing with Billy Jack Haynes at Mania 3.
That's good thinking, Bob. If you ever had Jay go over, that's something you could have done to keep the
Granted, Billy Jack didn't win that match. It was a double countout, like Bobby was suggesting. But still, having Naomi get her heat back after the loss would have continued the feud and would have dragged Bianca into it as well, which they might end up doing tonight, depending on whether Naomi interferes in the women's title match. But we may be jumping ahead of ourselves a little bit. But all in all, the match was very solid, especially the way that especially the spots that Naomi and Jade managed to do, the power spots and all of that stuff. So the match was a solid 3 1/4 for me. It was a very impressive match as far as who was in it goes, but I wanted more out of it, and it should have had a different ending. Ty, what did you think?
This match was decent. I wish it could have been a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't pick who I wanted to win because I had to abstain because I couldn't choose between Jade and Naomi. I was just like, I gotta abstain. I can't pick against Marcus's girl because I know Marcus loves Naomi.
Yeah.
So I had to abstain from my pick. So I give it a 3. I wish the ending could have been at least a little bit better. But Jade did work her ass off and she did improve. I give her that.
Okay. That's
but I hope we can get Marcus' opinion on this match next week because this was his boo, and I thought this was one of Naomi's best matches.
You know what? I think that he will probably like this match because of the work Naomi did. So, irregardless of the outcome, I think that Marcus may like this match just because Naomi showed out a hell of a lot in this match. So, much props to her on that front. Next match in the rotation is for the U.S. title, Jacob Fatu challenging LA Knight. Ty, would you go first on this one?
All right. First off, I give props to Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf. I am so happy he finally got a title. Don't get me wrong. I wanted.
He ain't been there a year yet. It ain't like he waited a long time.
I know, but don't get me wrong. I wanted LA Knight to retain because that's who I want. That's who I picked to retain. But Jacob Fatu gets my respect. He earns my respect. I give this match 3.95.
Mm-hmm.
I do hope Jacob Fatu gets a decent title reign because I'm pretty sure everybody thought Solo Sikoa was gonna screw Jacob Fatu out of his win. I thought so.
I thought that's the only way LA Knight could win.
Yeah. Um from the fallout from Raw or SmackDown, I think they're on SmackDown.
SmackDown.
I think Jacob Fatu is gonna go from "I love you Solo" to "Fuck you Solo," but we don't know what's gonna happen. You never know. Fuck you Solo.
You don't say it.
Oh no, that's going to be a meme now. It was funny though.
If I get turned into a meme, hey, I'll wear it with a badge of honor.
Sweet. Motown.
Man. Okay, because watching this with my mom and everything, the first match I said Uso's gonna win. She thought it was crazy. I said New Day's gonna win. She thought it was crazy. I said I didn't know about Naomi Jade. I was leaning more towards Naomi, but I was kind of. Then she's like, "Who's gonna win this match?" I'm like, I don't know who to pick. Like I picked LA Knight on the show. Then I'm like, I don't see LA Knight beating Jacob Fatu. And then when I saw Solo come out with him, then I'm like, LA Knight's my pick because Jacob's going to get screwed. I am so happy that LA Knight did not win, and I love me some LA Knight. Yeah. But Jacob Fatu, and I'm teasing you, Tyler, with like he probably got a title run, and he haven't been there a year though. But man, this motherfucker looked like a superstar. To me, he looked great in this match. They got enough offense in with LA Knight where like LA Knight don't look weak in this match, but you could tell who the future is in this match. Unfortunately, it's not LA Knight. Jacob Fatu, if he ain't main event in WrestleMania 42, that motherfucker damn sure better be in 43. But he looked like a future main eventer. He looks like the future. Looked great in this match. I enjoyed this match. This match got the first 4 out of me for the night, and I gave it a 4.25.
Okay. I gave this 3.5. It was a good match for what it was. I realize it was supposed to showcase Jacob Fatu and put him over. But the fact that they won't pull the trigger on LA Knight bothers me, especially since the rumor is supposed to be that he's going to win Money in the Bank, which is just a placeholder now. I mean, Money in the Bank is what they give people as an excuse so that they don't have to push them right away and can like wait until the very last minute in order to either drop them entirely or elevate them. So I'm not too thrilled about what they're doing with LA Knight, especially since you can now tell whether he's going to win or lose on who's sponsoring the damned match. Slim Jim had already sponsored Jey Uso's match, and so LA Knight's match had another sponsor we had never heard of yet, and that meant he was going to lose, and lo and behold, he loses the fucking title. So the fact that they're doing that to LA Knight and treating him that badly says to me that WWE doesn't, number one, have enough confidence to push the people that they initially decide to push, which gets me worried about Jay's title run. I mean, he could only get a couple of months, and then they'll give it right back to Gunther or whoever. But for whatever reason, WWE doesn't want to pull the trigger on certain people, especially if the audience likes them or if the internet likes them, and there's a stigma there. And so the fact that they're doing this to LA Knight, and the fact that you could tell right away that he was going to lose this match, it brought things down for me. So I ended up with a 3.5 on this one.
Actually, your current world heavyweight champion, the audience love and internet love. Like, that's the only reason why Jay got there.
Yeah, well, I'm a little bit worried because WWE is very inconsistent on
No, what I'm worried
who
about
the
is LA
future is.
There's another reason. There's another one I'm worried about, and that's LA Knight, but it's for a different reason. One is his age. The man's like 42 years old. You got Jacob Fatu that's in early 30s. Yeah.
Yep.
He don't look it.
He don't look it, but that don't change the reality of it. And you got Braun Breaker as well, too. Like, WWE got like some good, and you got Obafemi that's gonna be coming up. The window's closing on LA Knight because they got some good young talent that's ready to go.
Well, like I've said in the past, WWE Creative can fuck up a cup of coffee, so don't hold your breath on any of these guys, because
I got high hopes for Jacob. I got high hopes for Braun Breaker. I got high hopes for Oba. But you only got one top spot, and you got some good young talent, and LA's up there as far as wrestling age goes.
Yeah, and then they'll push John Cena. Bobby, what did you give this match?
You can't see me.
Who would want to see him?
I don't want to.
That's awesome.
But my thing is this. I think the opposite. Jacob Fatu got too much fire under his ass for you to ignore him and not win that title. LA Knight, I do think deserves a title run. He just got caught at the wrong place at the wrong time. And unfortunately, with that being said, somebody's got to bite the bullet. Well, LA is getting his iron right about now. Hopefully this moves him into the title picture, one of the main titles. I'm thinking that maybe that's what they'll do. They'll move him up, have him win that, so he can bring some type of trophy home to his family. Jay got the world. He's got the United States. I think the brothers, the Tonga brothers, is going to get the tag team titles. And it's going to be a whole story about them being almost like the Four Horsemen. But I think LA Knight is going to be okay. He's going to go to the other side, the other brand, and he's going to get him a title. I think it's going to be a major one. The match itself was good. You can't really pick out too many bad points in that match. It was a solid match. I gave it a 4, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
Right now, that's our highest ratings as a team.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're about to ruin that because our next match is Rey Fenix versus El Gringo Idiota. Otherwise,
please let me go first. Please let me go first to this one.
Bobby, it would be my pleasure to let you do this first because I would rather sit under an elephant's ass than go first on this one. So go ahead.
Leave Awesome Kong out of this.
Hey, leave my Awesome Kong alone. I love Awesome Kong, and she loves me too.
I would rather sniff King Kong Bundy's jock strap than go first on this particular.
No, you went too far on that one. No, I'm not. No. I'm good.
Robert ready to take a stink face.
Yes.
Speaking of stink face, I was
from Yokozuna.
But speaking of stink face, I do wish Rikishi came out when Jay won.
That would have been nice, but I guess they figured
that's Dallas.
I
That's
guess
all.
they figured having Haku come out for Jacob was enough. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
all. That's
yeah,
all.
I mean, it would have taken away from Haku later, granted, but I didn't know Haku was coming out.
Yeah.
Well, Bobby, try to find the diamond in this turd, if you will.
Okay, now I lost track of what match we on. Oh yeah. Grande Americano. C. C. C.
See?
C. Not D. Not E. But C. Listen, this match was good, and I'm liking this thing, especially with them just acquiring AAA, because you know they're gonna stick him in there. And I'm sorry, I think this is gonna be hilarious as hell. Gable, Americano, Capriano, Delgado, whatever you want to call him.
Whoa, Bobby, you didn't see the picture in Motown's wrestling group?
No.
Wait, was it the one with Vince McMahon
McMahon
and
is-
El Grande Americano?
Oh yeah, I did see that. That was funny as shit. This is the only thing though. He ain't shitting on nobody's forehead, so we know it wasn't we know it wasn't Vince. So, but I mean, honestly, I don't know. I don't understand, Rob. I think he's doing a good job with this because he's going to be a heel. He's going to be doing some dumb shit. And he's doing the dumb shit, but he's making it look so fucking good. I mean, in that fucking style, that Lucha style. I can't do no fucking Lucha. I'm not flipping around like that. I look like an Aunt Jemima. No, I don't even look like a pancake. I don't even know what the fuck I look like. Because it wouldn't happen. I'm sorry. Gable has a lot of gears to him that people are not recognizing and appreciating him for. And I'm sorry. This man, if they do, and you're going to get mad when I say this, but I'm just going to be honest with you. They need to have him as a heel champion for this lucha stuff that's coming up. Because everybody will be like, what the hell are you doing with a title when you're not really lucha? He's going to be like, I am lucha. No, you ain't. Yes, you are. You ain't. Yes, you are. And keep that going. I think he's learning his craft. And I'm sorry. Unless he's had this in his repertoire before, we never knew it because they never let him bring it out.
I think this is
good before as well.
What was your rating
4
for the match? 4?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta go next. Okay, I believe it or not, I'm torn on this one because the match was technically sound.
Yes.
Okay, I will comp to that. However, my problem with this is not Chad Gable trying to be a heel. My problem with this is that they're making fun of Lucha. They're being like under the table racist about it. And the fact that they've bought AAA, which was, if we were going to do my like tap out of WrestleMania Night 1, that announcement would have been it. Because doing AAA being bought by WWE is just another attempt by TKO to bring the monopoly back. It's a backdoor way of bringing the monopoly back by trying to put a padlock on the forbidden door. And the fact that they were trying to make Rey Fenix look like shit in this match. The fact of the matter is they failed.
I didn't get that at all.
Phoenix is that damn good. They put him in a damn comedy match that was supposed to make the lucha style look like shit, and it didn't. That was a failure on both sides of creative's equation. They were trying to be cute and funny, which it wasn't, and they were trying to make the style look like shit, and they failed because Rey Fenix is that damn good. The fact that they
Oh, both guys
signed him.
good. I see that they're trying to book this like that because what we got was not that.
But the
And it looked
gimmick
like
is fucking horrible. I get if it were just the match by itself, if it were Chad Gable versus Ray Phoenix and they had a straight up match with the lucha fucking style, which Chad Gable can do just fine. If it were just that, I would agree with Bobby and I would give it a 4. But I gave it a fucking 0 for the stupid ass gimmick, the shit with the mask, and the fact that they were making fun of Lucha and trying to fuck with it because they bought AAA and they're going to fuck that whole company up, as opposed to taking it seriously and carrying on traditions and making it something that people can be proud of just so they can keep them from partnering from AEW. That was the only point of this purchase. They're going to fuck it up, they're going to make it a joke, and they're going to insult Lucha, and it makes me want to puke. This is going to be bad for everybody. 4 for the match, minus 3 for the bullshit gimmick, and so I ended up giving this match 1 3/4. That was the only balance I could find.
You're penalizing a good match because of what you think could happen.
I'm penalizing a match they didn't mean to be good because they had different intentions with booking it.
I don't see how they didn't mean
it was good by accident.
Good.
It was. They didn't want it to be good. It was good technically, but the El Gringo Idiota fucked it up. Everything about that is garbage. It's horrible.
He his ass off.
I don't care.
He's doing Lucha better than Dominic Mysterio.
Dominic Mysterio isn't supposed to be doing Lucha. He's supposed to be an asshole, which he does very, very well. No, Chad Gable is supposed to be a great wrestler, and they're turning him into a fucking joke. Ever. Oh, Jesus. Well, my score stands 1.75. It would have been a -5 if it had been a horrible match. But the fact that it was technically sound, but it's like having a fantastic chocolate milkshake and then somebody hawking a loogie right in the middle of it. Exactly. So 1 3/4. Motown, what was your rating for this?
It tied for my best match of the night up until this point. I gave it a 4.25. You know why, Rob? Both of them showed the fuck out. All the bullshit that you're talking about, this match was good. Ray Phoenix and Chad Gable gave us a good match, right or wrong?
Kinda.
This was a good match, and honestly, I probably would have scored it a little lower, other than the fact that this was last minute. Ray Phoenix wasn't even supposed to be in this motherfucker.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Rey Mysterio.
It was supposed to be Rey Mysterio.
For me.
Mysterio got hurt, and they plugged him in last minute. And for them to perform like this on a last minute plug-in, I give these guys all the credit in the world, and I give Chad Gable a lot of credit for as good as this match was. We know what Ray Phoenix could do. We know what he could do because we've seen him before he got to AEW. Fell in love with Ray, and this is my opportunity to give a shout out to Lucha Underground because we saw what Ray could do in Lucha Underground. God, I missed that promo.
Ray Phoenix was fantastic in AEW.
He was it just seemed better. I don't know. I was not feeling him in AEW. Now, I think I like, but I think personally I like Ray better in singles, and I like Penta better in singles.
Well, see, I wasn't feeling him last night. The match, like I said, the match was technically fine. It was technically solid, but they fucked the whole thing up. It's like timeless Tony Storm. She can have a great match with a great opponent, but she's still fucked.
Hey, get off my time list. Get off my time list.
Oh, well, then get off my Riho then. Okay.
Yeah,
That sounded
Yeah. Bobby, you get off my woman, I'll get off yours.
That's
Get off,
unfair
Bobby.
because, man, yeah, Bobby, stay off his Riho.
Okay, that went to a weird area there. Okay.
No, but Ray was back in singles matches, and I like that. And I really did like this match and everything. And I like what they're doing with Chad Gable. And we never seen Chad Gable do lucha until he became El Grande Americano.
Yeah.
And and I don't think it's a joke because look at the work this man is putting in to make this shit look good. If this was a joke, Chad Gable would not be putting in what he's putting in. You got it, because we've seen Chad Gable since NXT days. We have never seen him do any of this shit that he's doing. He's taking this shit very seriously.
Chad Gable could be Lou Thez, and this gimmick would still drag it down. I'm sorry.
But you also don't like Timeless Tony Storm, so...
Which right now
is the best gimmick in the women's division in AEW.
It is. Look, it's up to our audience whether Robert Black is full of shit or not. I'm just telling it like I see it, because there comes a point and certain things in the wrestling world that make me snap, and El Gringo Idiota Gran Puta is one of those things that drives me nuts. I love Chad Gable, but this is disgusting and I have to call it out. Ty, how do you feel?
I'm so glad I'm going last. I think this match would have been better. I give it a 2. I also want to piggyback on what Tony said about Ray Phoenix. He was good in Lucha Underground. I missed that show too. I missed that show more than anything. That's all I have to say. I don't want to dwell too much on it. I just give it a 2.
Okay, fair enough. To tell you the truth, I don't want to. Yeah, to tell you the truth, I don't want to dwell on it either, as you might have been able to tell. Next match for the WWE Women's Championship: Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. And I want to go first on this one because this was my match of the night. This was my match of the night. I gave this match a 4 1/4. Tiffany Stratton became a superstar last night. If she wasn't already, she cemented it. Charlotte Flair came back with a passion. She gave it her all. There's rumors that she may have re-injured her leg in the effort, but goddamn, was it a good effort. Even though she might have had some personal problems with Tiffany, she put her over and put her over professionally. There was no extracurricular bullshit in this match, which I very much appreciated considering the rest of the night. And these two gelled together a whole lot better than I thought. And I'm surprised that this was the match of the night, because I was thinking that Walter and Jay would be, and that it surprised me that it was just that much better between Charlotte and Tiffany. So I gave this 4 1/4. It was my match of the night, and I was very happy with it. Motown, what'd you think of it? Did you like Tiffy time?
Entrance of the night, definitely in this one. Tiffy's entrance with the Barbie dolls, fucking loved it. And I felt like I had 3 Tiffys. And you know what 3 Tiffys is, Rob? 6 titties.
6 gallons. 6 gallons is what that is. We're taking advantage of the things.
Because me and my mom talking before the match, and my mom was like, there's no way Tiffany's going to beat Charlotte. She's the GOAT. Like, there's no way. I'm like, no, Tiffany has to win this match. I wasn't confident that Tiffany's going to win this match. I wasn't. I'm like, but you gotta pull the trigger. You gotta make her a megastar. This is her opportunity at 25 fucking years old in her first WrestleMania to show that she's a star. And god damn it, she did. Now, I did hear the rumors too that she did hurt. Charlotte did hurt her knee, and I do kind of. And when she did, I wasn't sure she did or not because Tiffany went after that motherfucker.
Well, yeah, I mean, and Charlotte was selling the whole time. Actually, I would have been okay if Charlotte had gone over, as long as she like cheated her ass off and was like, if she showed her cheating side like her daddy, I would have been okay with that.
I wouldn't have, because you could get rid of the title anytime. You only get one WrestleMania. Tiffany could lose the title to Charlotte on Friday, and she's still a star because she beat her at WrestleMania.
Well,
I don't know if she recovers from losing to Charlotte at WrestleMania.
Well, to my mind, WrestleMania is not all it's cracked up to be anymore. But
if she beats Charlotte at WrestleMania, she beats Charlotte in front of like every fucking eye possible. If she loses the title at Backlash, she lose the title to half the people that saw her win it.
Well, if that.
I mean, that's what WrestleMania still is. Whether you look at it like that or not, though, but it's the Super Bowl. The most eyes that could possibly be on you are on you that night. That's why Tiffany had to win, and she did. And if Charlotte's hurt, I give that woman all the credit in the world because Tiffany was attacking that knee. I don't know if Charlotte intentionally didn't do the figure 8 or she could not because of that knee, because she had her locked in a couple of times and could not pull it off. And in those moments I was thinking it hurt, but the way Tiffany kept going after the knee, I'm just like, damn.
Personally, I think that Charlotte needs a different finisher. As good as the figure 8 is, I think she needs to either retire it or use it less. Because I wouldn't
say necessarily retire it, but use it like sparingly. Like natural selection could be her finisher or whatever like that for the most part, though. But like have it just be that like wow moment when she pulls that out.
Have that one signature move. Yeah.
It's an impressive move. I mean, because when I was younger, I love Ric Flair. I used to slap figure 4 all the time, and that shit fucking hurts. That bridge up, oh my god.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I get
it.
Well,
it was said that if you put pressure on a figure 4 in exactly the right way, it can be the difference between hurting someone and not. So yeah, I can see that.
Well, I don't know the version that not hurt somebody, because every time I slapped it on the motherfucker, they were screaming before I got it in good. Before I can get my woo out.
Well, that does
story.
make
I'm gonna make
sense.
this quick. I know we showed on time. When we were younger, I was wrestling around with some of our friends' kids and everything, and this dad was just making fun of us, like, why are you doing that fake shit, blah, 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 this and that and everything. My best friend Sean was like, fake, huh? Let Tony put the figure 4 on you. I guarantee you'll be screaming. And he did not believe it at all. I slapped that motherfucker on him. That motherfucker was screaming before I had before I fully locked it in.
Mm-hmm.
He was screaming like a little bitch, and his kids were laughing at him.
Hey, everybody did it at some point. They say don't do it at home, but we all did at one point. In fact,
that reverse the pain. No, that's bullshit. When you reverse that shit, no, the other person's still in pain.
Well, you're both supposed to, but anyway, we all did it, and I had my own company, my own fantasy fed, but that's a story for another time.
We'll talk about that fire then, okay?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Ty, what did you think?
I gave this 3.75.
3.75. Cool. Ty, what'd you give it?
This was my women's match of the night.
Mm-hmm.
5 stars. The best part, Tiffy's entrance.
Mm.
Now y'all know. Now a lot of y'all know I'm the youngest out of everybody on here. I'm an 80s baby, 90s child. So growing up, I played with Barbies. I'll come out and say it. I played with Barbies when I was a little girl.
Yeah.
And it brought back the nostalgia for me as a 90s kid. Like I said, as a 90s kid, I loved Tiffy's entrance. because it gave like a Barbie dream house-esque type theme.
Man, they get
Ladies,
this dream house feel too. That's for goddamn
yeah.
sure.
Ladies, if y'all some 90s kids out there and y'all remember playing with Barbies, y'all will love Tiffany Stratton's entrance. I don't care if you were a 90s baby or a 90s kid like I was, the entrance will impress you. It will. But I also want to piggyback on Tony saying that Charlotte Flair should use the figure 8 less. I do agree because like y'all said, at some point everybody was put into the figure 4 leg lock, myself included, and it hurt like hell.
Mm-hmm.
It hurt like hell. But I also want to add Charlotte should use the figure 8 sporadically every once in a while. I think her finisher should be natural selection because I think she did use that finisher when she was in NXT,
Yep.
if I'm not mistaken. I think
She,
she should use
she
that.
tried it last night off the road. She botched it a little bit last night.
Yeah. I think she should use that as her finisher, but I do think Charlotte did injure her leg. I
Mm-hmm.
think she did because y'all saw it when she was in the corner and it looked like she's about to do something, and the leg she injured gave out.
Yeah.
So I think she should use the figure 8 less, use a different finishing move. But overall, that was my women's match tonight. 5 stars.
Now you're a little younger, Title. I don't know if you remember Ric Flair in his prime though. How like Ric Flair put your leg on a rope and then jump up in there and slam down on it. Charlotte was doing that shit last night.
Mm-hmm.
I think I remember that because I remember Ric Flair when he was in WCW when I was a kid. So I kind of remember that.
Yeah.
No, I Rob is like little shit like that I really enjoyed. Like her just like putting Tiffany's leg on there and then slamming down on like Ric Flair used to do back in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, I thought.
And
Yeah, and the fact that Tiffany actually like countered it, so yeah, there was that
not
little
to
touch too.
mention, speaking of Tiffany, did y'all see the clip where she chipped her tooth?
No, I that part of the match I kind of missed, and that's one of the reasons why it didn't get a full Monty for me. It only got 4.25 because there were a couple of blown spots and sloppy moments.
it was
that, yeah.
But I was also kind of giving him a little bit of pass because it could have been because of Charlotte's knee too. If she legit hurt.
Yes. Well, yeah, and it could be because this was the first time they ever wrestled, and you're going to get stuff like that too. Reports were that Triple H was pissed about the injuries during the match, but overall, I thought it was great. It was my match of the night. It was Ty's match of the night. Bobby, what did you give it?
I liked it. I liked it a lot, but there's some things that I saw in there that I'm sure a lot of people didn't pick up on. It's a reason Triple H is pissed. And Tiffany did kind of say it in the post little interviews. She got her ass kicked. And Charlotte put the ass whooping on her. Was it warranted? No. Was not warranted. That's why Triple H was pissed. Overall, though, the match was good, but I didn't like Charlotte doing that to her. It ain't because of Tiffany Stratton. It's because of respect to the business. I do understand you have a name behind you. I understand you have that player name behind you. But that don't mean you can do anything you fucking want to somebody in that fucking ring. And that was bullshit.
So Charlotte was working way too snug, is what you're saying.
Oh yeah, she was riding that borderline to send a message to Tiffany.
Explain Plays the bruise on her head too.
And
Yeah.
the chip too. And the chip too.
That's
I'm
okay.
sorry. It pissed me off. It made me fucking mad. I was disgusted because Flair is way better than that, and she don't need to do something like that. But she did, and it fucking sucks. And she should be. I don't expect to see Charlotte anywhere doing anything anytime soon. Because Triple H is about to ream into her ass. Tiffany, I'm proud of her standing up for herself, and she doing what she did. She pulled through that match. She did what she was supposed to. She kept it professional on her side. I got nothing but love for Tiffany for what she did. So I'm giving this match actually a 4 because of Tiffany's attitude in this match. It could have been higher if they would have both worked together. But unfortunately, some people's head grows bigger than their bodies. And Charlotte Flair was definitely Tweety Bird last night.
But right now, this got our highest rating for the night. And I don't know if you heard, I'm sure you've heard the rumors too, though. Like, Charlotte's been, like, kind of pushing the envelope with Tiffany throughout the entire feud and everything. It's kind of led to, like, Tiffany going off script with the, like, throwing us the shit.
Yeah, and that's what started it.
I've heard that Charlotte's been getting some backstage heat for, like, kind of, like, pushing her a little bit more. Like, more with her.
Because it ain't that WWE no more. This ain't Vince McMahon's WWE no more. She needs to learn that.
Well, okay. It's a testament to the skill of both women that it was still a good match in spite of all of the personal animosity. I mean, if Charlotte had straight up started to shoot in the middle of that match and was like totally unprofessional, or more unprofessional than she was, from what Bobby pointed out, then the match would have looked like absolute dog shit right in the middle of the whole world. But it didn't, which is amazing considering that what we're saying here, that Charlotte has a lot of animosity toward Tiffany, and I think it may stem from the fact that maybe Charlotte feels a little gimmick infringement.
I mean, probably like she's looking at Tiffany like the younger version of her.
Exactly.
Dare I say?
Tiffany is the biggest threat to Charlotte right now.
The younger, hotter version of her.
Yes. With no plastic surgery.
Yep, that's a legit criticism, yes.
And as you talk about Tiffany Stratton, that's one thing I want to say before we move on. I will put it on Tiffany Stratton, chip to Bruce face and all like dice.
Oh, next week, we're back on the clock. Oh, good Lord. And last, the main event of night 1, triple threat match, CM Punk versus Roman Reigns versus Seth frickin' Rollins. Who wants to tackle this one first? Because if no one will take the bullet, I will.
Go first, Rob. Let's get this out the way.
I'm going last.
All right.
I can go second. I'll go third.
All right, you got it. I gave this 3 1/4. This match it had all of the problems of a triple threat match, all of the problems of a no-holds-barred match, but mostly the biggest problem with it is that it was Punk versus Rollins with Roman Reigns in the middle of it sticking out like a sore thumb. That was how I saw it. Reigns was basically only halfway in the match, and the other two guys had to sell for him like death, and he only participated in the last half of the match, which was mostly dominated by storyline. It also did not help that Paul Heyman's involvement did not impress me, because out of the three possible outcomes of this, out of the three possible things he could have done, he did the one that made the least bit of sense, and it was only done for shock value, and it was only done in order to make Heyman a heel again, and so that people would boo Rollins and stop singing his damn song.
Oh, they'll still sing it.
Well, yeah, maybe they'll still sing it, but now he's going to come out with Heyman, and everything he does is going to be a half hour, 45 minutes of talking and yakking and searching for a love that can never be, and that's going to drive me insane, especially considering...
Ty, do you mind if I go next? I know I say you next, but can I go next?
No, I don't mind.
Thank you.
Okay, well, here... Okay, but the match would have been a whole hell of a lot better if it had been just Rollins and Punk. Reigns should have retired last year like they said he was going to, and now they say that they're going to drag that out another year or 2 years just for the merch sales and whatever that they want to. TKO wants to squeeze every last drop out of everybody that they can. Roman doesn't have it no more. He gave it his best last night, but he was only halfway in the match, and the only reason that he looked even halfway decent was because Rollins and Punk were selling for him. And I'm sorry, CM Punk is the David Letterman of professional wrestling. Last night he got a participation trophy. He main evented one half of WrestleMania. It wasn't even for a title. And the fact that he was thrown the smallest bone that WWE could throw him just because he came crawling back is like when David Letterman lost the Tonight Show to Jay Leno. And then he went to another network, found out that he couldn't hack it, and that the job that he really wanted was a lot more than he could handle. It basically makes CM Punk David Letterman. So
If
the
CM
match...
Punk is David Letterman, who's Jay Leno?
Jay Leno was the guy who hosted the Tonight Show after Johnny Carson.
Somebody you were in this scenario with the wrestlers.
Oh, okay. Well, if CM Punk is David Letterman, then Roman Reigns is Jay Leno, because that was the spot that Punk wanted, but because he walked, he didn't get it. And he wasn't going to get it anyway because he didn't get the spot because management hated him. Same story with NBC.
Sorry. If Punk is Letterman and Roman Reigns is Leno, does that make Seth Rollins Conan O'Brien?
Yes. Good analogy. It also makes John Cena Johnny Carson.
Here's
Johnny.
Oh, Johnny Carson's the GOAT in late night.
Well, but John Cena's a sheep.
He does the golf instead of the...
Yeah. Anyway, the match wasn't terrible. It wasn't nearly as bad as I was thinking it was going to be, but Reigns' performance coupled with the finish, the fact that I don't care about this storyline at all, and that they picked the number one, the least sensible finish and the most obvious finish, you knew what the fuck was going to happen the minute that Heyman came in with that chair. It didn't live up to expectation. It just didn't suck as bad as El Gringo Idiota. So 3.25 for me, 3.25.
All right.
Eviscerate me.
I'm not gonna eviscerate you that bad.
Okay.
Number one, you only scored one match tonight below 3.25, Rob. I'm impressed.
It wasn't. Night one was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It wasn't terrific, but it was a halfway decent show. To make one small point, Stand and Deliver blew it away.
It absolutely did.
Stand and Deliver was a 5-course meal with New York strip steak. Compared to that, night one was a bunch of Lunchables. But
Stand and Deliver, I would say I watched it with my mom and everything, and she was just like, "How they gonna follow this?"
they could.
My mom don't even watch NXT.
Oh God!
And she thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah,
this match itself, though, I disagree with you, Rob, on the fact that Roman had no place in this, and here's the reason why. This was all about Roman Seth, and this is like their story going back years. CM Punk is the one who I get why he's in it, but it was more about Roman Seth than it was CM Punk. You're going back to like WrestleMania 41, the swerve of the century. WrestleMania 31, 10 years ago, was the heist of the century. Seth turned his back on Roman Reigns and smashed him with the chair. Seth screwed Roman Reigns out of the title last year. The Tribal Chief has dominated everybody except Seth freaking Rollins. Seth Rollins is the Liv Morgan to Roman Reigns' Rhea Ripley. He cost him his title. He ain't got a faction. And now he lost his Dominic Mysterio.
Tony, I want to piggyback. If Seth Rollins is Liv Morgan and Roman Reigns is Rhea Ripley, does that make Paul Heyman Dirty Dom?
Yes. Yes. Roman is the top dog, the big, like the guy. No title, still main event. Main event more WrestleManias than anybody in the history of the company. But who's his Achilles heel? Who is the Joker's Who is Batman's Joker? It is Seth freaking Rollins. You had to have Roman in this. You had to, because this is more about them than Punk itself. Because this is all about screwing over screwing over Roman. And the final dagger in Roman's heart, of all the betrayals that Roman's had, he took his wise man. I think it wouldn't have been as obvious if CM Punk would have asked for the favor and Paul Heyman would have said no because he's loyal to his tribal chief. So if you had Heyman being loyal to his tribal chief instead of being in the corner of Heyman, it might have caught everybody a little bit more off guard. So I don't agree with that part, seeing how it went. But in my opinion, though, him leaving with Seth made the most sense. I was hoping he went back with the tribal chief because Jacob Fatu won, Jey Uso won. I was hoping Roman won. But we knew he was not leaving with CM Punk. Mm-hmm. And you don't pull him from Roman Reigns to put him back with Roman Reigns. The only logical thing was that swerve. That was going to be the oh my God moment, though. CM Punk and Seth were the MVPs of the match. The actual wrestling match itself, they were definitely the MVPs. I'm not going to say that Roman ain't got it no more to that extent, but Jesus Christ, the beginning of this match was so fucking slow. So fucking slow. I think Seth and CM Punk could have a better match without Roman because of Roman's pace. I'm not saying you can't work with Roman's pace, but the beginning of the match was so fucking slow. That's the reason I didn't give this match a 5. It was that slowness, but the storytelling kind of overrid it. I mean, I like the powerbomb spot, those smashing them through the tables. I did like the storytelling and the extracurricular stuff they were doing. I think they did triple threat good. I'm not a big fan of triple threat, but I don't think you had long periods of times where it was just like 2 guys in there, 1 guy out, and then switching it up. I thought these 3 did it well. My match of the night, I gave it 4.5.
Okay. Ty.
I also give this a 4.5. The biggest swerve was Paul Heyman screwing Punk over and screwing Roman over. When I saw that, I was like, what the hell? What the hell, Leonte? What the hell, E? Oh my God.
Roman always gets screwed over.
Yeah, he does. I don't understand that.
Roman Ty, Roman is the big bad guy that everybody's supposed to not like. He has not betrayed nobody. Everybody's been
He's
betraying
never
Roman.
you know what? Now that I think about it, the only person that's never betrayed him was John Moxley, formerly Dean Ambrose.
Yeah. And you
That's
know why?
the only
Wait,
Shield
you know why
member
Moxley
that's
didn't betray
never
him? Because he went to AEW.
Well, yeah, exactly. Exactly. I think about it. I kind of think about it. It's like, damn, Roman, what the hell did you do to get Seth to fuck you over
Again.
If that doesn't scream Judas, I don't know what does. Damn.
And Ty,
It's
this
like
might have been the
Roman-
biggest fuck. I mean, he screwed him when he turned on him in the Shield. He screwed
Exactly.
him out of his belt. But I think this was the biggest screw. He took his wise man.
Yeah. He took his he took basically it's like Liv Morgan taking Dirty Dom from Rhea Ripley.
Well, who would have thought that Paul Heyman would be the poster girl in between two men?
Two married men.
Two married men. Yeah, nobody would have ever thought
Wait,
that they...
not just two married men. Two married men with some hot-ass wives.
Oh, yeah.
I guess there's hope for my social life. But then again, I'm cuter than Paul Heyman, so who knows? But Ty, you gave it 4.5?
Yep.
I did.
All righty. Bobby, you get last word.
I said on last podcast, I was hoping to see CM Punk win, but I knew that this dude was going to turn on people. Heyman has stabbed everybody in the back that he's been with. The man has backstabbed more people than Carlito. I mean, Heyman's the man, and he knows how to stay on top. And now he's with Seth Rollins. Hopefully, Heyman can get into his head and teach him how to dress. That's the first thing.
He didn't dress too bad yesterday.
No, he didn't. I think that had a lot to do with Heyman.
Heyman stepped in and was like, "Oh no, we got your wardrobe changes."
Well,
You're not wearing Becky shit no more.
We're short on time. I'm just gonna say,
sorry.
This was the best executed match of the night. The backwards and forwards, the roundabout was awesome. The way Heyman stuck it to him and racked their balls was beautiful. I'm giving this a 5. Perfect.
Okay.
And with that is our match of the night. Our top match was that one. Second was Charlotte. And third was Jacob Fatu.
I love you, Solo!
Oh, shit. Well, I think we have just enough time to do a lightning round of prediction for night 2. So we'll start with Randy Orton versus mystery opponent. I'm going to say mystery opponent goes over because it's probably going to be somebody that we don't see coming out of left field. Motown, what do you think?
Okay, I got mystery opponent as well. And I got the mystery opponent being Aleister Black.
That could be possible.
And I got also little caveat. Now, I'm picking Mystery Pointer to win, regardless. So if all my shit don't go through, Mystery Pointer to win. But I got Aleister Black doing it, being the Mystery Pointer, being brought out by Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss looking to get revenge from a few WrestleManias back when Randy Orton was feuding with the Fiend.
Okay. Ty?
I think Orton's gonna win this, but I also think the mystery opponent is possibly gonna be Nick Aldis.
Ah, that would make sense.
That was a good one too, because
The reason
match
why I think Aldis is gonna be Orton's opponent is because Orton gave Aldis an RKO after telling him he wasn't going to have a WrestleMania match. So I think Aldis is going to be the mystery opponent, but I think Orton's going to win.
And he also kind of like punked him a little bit too. Like, if you don't get me a point for WrestleMania, I don't have to apologize to Mickey James for what I'm gonna do to you.
Exactly.
Bobby. Bobby, who you got?
Who's all in this one again? Because I went to
Orton versus mystery opponent.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, they said the two possibilities right there that I was thinking is either Aldis or it's either Aldis or Aleister Black. I'm gonna go more with Aldis. I think Aldis is gonna be the one to come out, and they're just gonna be still the same. He's gonna get RKO'd, so I don't see that different.
Actually, if it is Aldis, I think Aldis should win. Because
he should.
Because then
you already should.
Yeah, you've set up the authority figure versus the wrestler, and since Aldis can take the bumps and can do matches and GM, I think that would be a great feud between Aldis and Orton.
And Orton can get his revenge next year. I agree with you.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
Okay,
you already should though.
Maybe.
I honestly, which is why when Aleister Black kind of went off it, I don't think they're gonna pull the trigger on all this, but I think they should. But another possibility is Rusev.
Yeah, that's true too.
Rusev's gonna get smoked though.
If Rusev is gonna be the mystery opponent, Lana has to come out with Rusev.
Oh, they got divorced. No,
they're back together.
They're back together.
They're back together.
Yeah. You ain't know?
No.
And they both signed.
Keep up
both signed WWE contracts.
In other words, you're telling me that they got divorced because of AEW, and now that they're back home again,
they were separated at first.
They got back. They got back together before WWE.
You know what? I don't care. What people do with their parts is not my concern. I just care about the wrestling.
That's right, because Lana loves her Rusev Day.
Well, for me, it's just Tuesday. Moving on. Women's tag team titles: Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Valkyria and a mystery opponent. Mystery partner, another mystery partner. Go ahead.
Can I go? Guess what?
Yeah.
Guess what?
We know. I already put it down.
No, he don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck this match. What the fuck do I? We know Becky bald-headed, brown-headed ass wench is gonna come back and be a tag team partner. Fuck this bitch. Fuck this match. Fuck all this. Fuck Valkyria. Fuck Becky Lynch. Fuck the tag team. Fuck all of them. Fuck this shit. I'm done.
Okay, I'll follow that. I'm gonna take Valkyria and her mystery partner basically because we already know it's either going to be Becky or somebody else, and that will make the biggest splash. So it's going to be Team Valkyria. Ty.
All right. I think as Lyra Valkyria's mystery partner, it's either going to be Becky Lynch or Asuka or
I would
Kairi
love for
Sane.
that to happen.
Oscar would be great.
Yeah. I'm leaning towards Asuka to be like Lyra's mystery partner, but most likely it's going to be Becky Lynch. And who I'm picking is Liv and Raquel.
Oh, you think they're going to win anyway? They're going to
They're
retain?
going to retain anyway.
Huh. Interesting. Motown.
See, you know why she's the first lady of Motown's wrestling group? Cause we there. We are
Yep.
there.
Yep.
We there.
You fucking right.
We know that it's gonna. Unfortunately, I would love for it to be Asuka, but even if it's Asuka, I'm still picking the same people because I don't want. We don't need 2 belts on Laura Valkyrie. We don't need that bitch to have 2 belts. She having a shitty run with 1. Why are we gonna give her another title?
Exactly.
Boy.
We all know that bitch Becky is gonna come back to help her fucking bitch friend because they've been licking each other's pussy since the NXT days.
Oh my God.
I almost don't give a fuck. I almost don't give a fuck about this match. And I'm gonna be pissed as fuck if those pussy licking bitches win this match.
Wait, Tony, so you give half of a fuck?
I give half a fuck.
Well, my favorite number is 69, but moving on.
My favorite number is 77, Rob, because you get 8 more.
Go.
Yummy!
Wow.
Liv and Raquel on this one.
Okay. Sin City Street Fight. Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest.
Can I go again first?
Go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Wait a minute. I said something on the last one. Oh, yeah. I don't give a fuck. Same reason.
Okay.
Can I go next?
Go ahead, Motown.
Again. I don't do this often. Even when I don't give a fuck, I usually still pick somebody to win. I don't think I've done this until today. Mm-hmm. This match, I really don't give a fuck who wins this. Fuck you, Drew. Fuck you, Damien. Fuck them D's. I don't want D's. I want P's. I want some pussy. I don't want these D's. Too much sausage in this fest. I don't give a fuck about them. They both. You know who I hope wins? I hope the referee fucking stuns them both and pins both of them and the referee wins.
Yeah, I can dig that. Yes, I'm down for that. Yes.
Ron, I'm sorry. I seriously don't care who wins this match. I don't give a fuck about Damian Priest or Drew McIntyre. The worst thing that Damian Priest did was leave the Judgment Day. He's been irrelevant ever since.
Okay, hold that thought. Ty, who do you have?
Man, I got Damian Priest. And I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Damian Priest fell all the way off since he left Judgment Day. He needs this win. He needs to get his lit back. Because, like I said, Priest has fell way, way off.
Well, see, it's because of that I'm actually picking McIntyre here. I think WWE has given up on Damian Priest. His moment has ended, and they're going to shuffle him down the card.
You don't think they gave up on Drew McIntyre, too?
Oh, they gave up on both of them. I'm just saying that they're going to give McIntyre the win by default here.
Okay.
Both of these guys... WWE played with pushing them, and I think that they're just giving the hell up on both of them, and that's why they were stuck together.
Rob, I'm trying to figure out how do you ignore Drew McIntyre? His accent, his body, his sword. You love his long sword. Listen.
He's Scottish, and WWE don't like Scottish. They like Irish. They don't like Scottish.
Well, they like Piper.
I got to go like this.
They had no choice with Piper.
Listen. Drew, is one of the biggest people that held us through the epidemic. He fought people when there was no people in the audience, and he crowned and he dominated. You cannot ignore that. He carried the company. How the hell do you not sit there and appreciate his accomplishments?
Bobby, you're either being sarcastic or you truly don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck, and I'm being sarcastic.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But before we move on, here's the shame of this match. We get this match instead of getting the Street Profits defending tag team titles at WrestleMania.
No shit. No shit. That's a tragedy.
Yeah.
That is a goddamn tragedy. Ridiculous. And like I said before, it's because they don't give a shit about the tag division. If New Day can change that,
a tragedy. It's just a massacre.
Yeah.
A bloody massacre.
Okay, speaking of massacres, we got AJ Styles versus Logan Paul.
Oh!
I'm taking AJ Styles out of wishful thinking. I'm going to vote with my heart on this one because you know my feelings on Logan Paul, and that's all I got to say about that. I said what I said, and I'm not backing down.
Okay, I got to go next because I got to check out food.
Okay.
Logan Paul taking this one. AJ Styles is a complete professional. He's going to help the young guy get over. He's going to make him look good. And Logan Paul is going to take this one in the victory. I got to get food.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. Motown, do you concur?
They don't want none. They don't want none. I think that Logan Paul's going to win this, but I don't give a fuck. I am going with the phenomenal AJ Styles. And here's why. AJ, everything Bobby says right. AJ's a professional. He'll make people look good. He'll put people over. But in my opinion, you can't put over everybody and keep that person credible. AJ's at the end of his career, and they can have some programming going with these guys a little bit longer. Logan probably eventually beat AJ. You give AJ this match. Let Logan win at Backlash or SummerSlam or some other time. AJ get him back. Give AJ this. This could be his last WrestleMania.
I would rather AJ stayed for another couple of years because he is one of the best.
He still
athletes.
Can't go. Like when he came back from this injury, he's looking like AJ Styles of old.
Exactly. I would rather have AJ stay 2 more years than Roman. Holy crap. But, you know, it is what it is. Ty, who do you got?
Got Styles.
Really?
You know I hate Logan Paul more than I hate Kyle Fletcher in AEW. If it ain't P1, they don't want none.
And here's another reason they need to give this to AJ. A lot of people hate Logan Paul, and everybody's going to hate if John Cena wins that title. You can't have both of them win the same night. I'm not saying John Cena's going to win, but don't do that to us. Don't put the title on Cena and give us a Logan Paul win. Not that I'm hoping or saying that Cena's going to win.
But that would be a rotten cherry on a shitty Sunday.
That's a Vince McDiddy Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of math that is a little bit off, Intercontinental title match, Braun Breaker versus Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio versus Penta. Ty, who you got?
My prediction is going to be a 2-parter. I don't see Penta, Finn, and Dom winning this because Penta just got there, so it's too soon for him to win it. I think Braun's going to win this. My second half of the prediction, I think Dominic is going to screw Balor out of the title.
Okay. Well, since there's a 156% chance that WWE Creative will fuck this up, I'd say there is a 28% chance that Penta wins it, a 92% chance that Breaker wins it, and Dominic and Finn share another 2% because the other 10 or 12 don't count. So I'm going to go with Breaker retaining on this one. Motown?
Oh, man. I'm going to let y'all know. Y'all going to say I'm crazy. Because I know that Braun Breaker got a 162% chance of winning this match because he got Dominic 25%, and he got Penta's 12.5%, and he took 66.7% chance to add it on to the 62% he already had. But Dominic's going to take his 25% back. And there's going to be some shenanigans that are going to happen with Dom and Finn. Maybe Breaker hit Finn with the spear and then gets out of the equation. I'm not only picking Dominic to win. I'm picking Breaker to knock Finn out, and Dominic gets the pin on Finn to win that title.
And that's not a prediction, that's a spoiler.
And then Breaker takes the title. And my third prediction, Breaker get the title back tomorrow.
Well, I mean that sounds like what creative would do, and I said there was a 158% chance they'll screw it up. So God only knows.
No, that ain't screwing it up. That's shocking the world, and that's driving, and that's like putting some shockwaves through the Judgment Day.
Well, Judgment Day should have ended a long time ago, so putting the belt on Dominic would pretty much end Judgment Day.
No, I won't. They're going to turn on Finn.
Wow. Well, I mean, who knows?
On the side. Carlita's going to do whatever. JD is going to side with Finn, but JD hurt.
Well, we'll see whether the math will math.
If the greatest luchador in the history of luchadors is holding that title up in the air when that match is over, you're going to see the Undertaker guy with his eyes all bugged out of his head like, what?
We'll see if the math is mathing.
Yeah, exactly.
Bobby, I'm giving Dominic his 25% chance back, and I'm gonna take Finn's 66.7% chance that Braun took from him and getting beat, and add that to Dominic, so that gives Dominic a 92.8% chance of winning.
Oh my God, Bobby, do you have a different equation?
Actually, no. I'm taking Dominic to win this one and run off with that belt.
Are you serious? You too?
Yes.
Wow.
I think this is going to be the biggest heat maker since fucking electricity.
You feel me?
Okay.
I mean, Dominic's going to take it. They're going to kick Finn out. I agree with everything Tony said. And Dominic's going to run off with that belt. And Liv is going to be like, don't know what the hell to do now.
No, Liv is the puppet master for all this.
Yeah, but she's not going to know what to do because Dominic's going to get out of control since he's got that belt.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Like this monster she created, she's going to lose control of.
Yep. So I got Dominic winning this one. Dominic's taking it.
I didn't think anybody in the world was picking Dominic.
I thought I was too. I thought I was the only one going to pick too.
Well, we'll see if the math maths.
We talk about a lot of stuff. We did not discuss this before the show.
No, we didn't.
Okay, the women's WWE women's title match. No, world women's title match. The Raw belt. Io Shirai versus Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair.
Let me go first so I can get back to the food.
Okay, go ahead.
Io's running off with this one. They're going to cancel each other out. Io's going to come out and sneak in for the win and carry that belt on while these two feud on their own.
I'm going to piggyback.
Okay, go ahead.
You know I'm going to piggyback?
Yeah.
I got Io. You know why I have Io? It makes the most sense.
Huh.
Here's the reason. And Rob, hear me out on this.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't like triple threats. I'm not a big fan of triple threats. In my opinion, this match is a bigger match without Io Sky. 1-on-1. Rhea Ripley defending her title against the winner elimination chamber, Bianca Belair. That's your moneymaker. But they threw us a curveball. You know why they threw us a curveball? Because neither one of them bitches are winning the title.
Huh.
There was no reason to put Io in this match to lose. I got Io.
Okay, well, I think that the reason that they put Io in this match is so that she would lose, so that Rhea wouldn't take the pin. And that's why I'm picking Bianca. The reason being that Naomi is going to come out. She's going to give Bianca the title and they're going to reunite. And that is going to set the stage for Io and Jade to ally. And Bianca is going to turn heel as champion, and Naomi is going to back her up, and Io and Jade are going to fight Bianca and Naomi. So
now here's an interesting caveat to your pick, Rob, and this is why I kind of struggle with who I pick. If you're right, Bianca is undefeated still at WrestleMania.
That's true, and we could start a new streak. Bianca Belair's undefeated streak. What is she at now?
Like 5-0, like
5-0,
like that.
Yeah, so yeah, Bianca has the new streak now. So if she wins, she's going to be 5-0 at WrestleMania. That's interesting.
She wins this year. That's going to be your conversation moving forward until she does lose at WrestleMania. She goes 6-0. You're going to start talking about that streak every year.
Yeah, exactly. But I do think that one of the reasons the match between Naomi and Jade happened the way it did was because Naomi is going to go in there and give Bianca the title by interference. Because to me, that's the only reason that Io is there, so that Bianca can win the title without beating Rhea. So I'm taking Bianca. Ty, who you got?
I'm breaking my prediction down to 2 parts.
Mm-hmm.
I think Rhea's gonna take this. The second half of my prediction, I think Bianca's gonna turn heel. She's gonna align with Naomi, and I think Io and Jade are gonna align together as faces.
Okay.
Last match, the main event. Cody Rhodes defending the undisputed WWE title against John Cena.
Rob, go first. We all know your pick.
Do you?
Well, it's one of two things. It's either Cody or it's I don't give a fuck.
Well, okay, this one was kind of hard for me.
That's what she said.
But yeah, that's what he said too. Especially concerning this match, because I don't give a fuck.
I knew it.
This match I call this a Mrs. Robinson match. Any way you look at this, you lose. It's either Flair's official record is going to be broken by this stupid shit.
His WWE record, recognized record.
Yes, his recognized record will be broken, which is a goddamn disgrace. Or Cody is going to beat a guy who's going to retire anyway, and we're still going to have to deal with Cena for another 6 fucking months. And
you don't have to deal with him for 6 months. We can't see him.
I don't want to see him.
And you won't see him much over the next 6 months.
I would rather see Jon Moxley take a literal shit in the middle of the ring and slam somebody's face in it than ever see John Cena in a wrestling ring again.
How many times has he done that already?
Oh, would it be Renee's face?
I don't care. It could be Tony Khan's face for all I care, as long as I don't see John Cena ever again. Anyway, I don't give a fuck. This is gonna suck no matter what happens, and I am not on board with it. Who goes next?
Ty, you want to go?
Ty?
Yeah, I'll go next. Cody, I don't want to see Cena for 6 months. You know what I'd rather see? I'd rather see Samoa Joe choke out Max Caster than see Cena?
I'd rather see Samoa Joe choke out anybody.
Joe's gonna
Honestly,
kill you.
I'd rather eat Girl Scout cookies with Samoa Joe than see John Cena.
Well, that's an interesting. I can't even picture that. What kind of Girl Scout cookies would Samoa Joe even eat?
I don't know.
That's a good old.
But
That,
I'd rather do that and see Samoa Joe choke out Platinum Max Caster than see John Cena.
all right. Well,
I can't see him. Nikki Bella couldn't see him. Why would I want to see him?
well, see, that's a
But
debate.
John Cena probably came up a little short, so I doubt Nikki Bella felt him either.
We are not back on the clock yet, folks. But okay, so that's two discussions for later. Can you feel Cena as opposed to seeing him, and what kind of cookies would Samoa Joe like? Anyway, maybe sugar cookies. We don't know. Motown.
I am torn. I am torn. I am torn. WrestleMania 39, I was the only person not to pick Cody Rhodes. And I was like, Cody Rhodes did not win. Last year, I didn't pick Cody Rhodes, but he won. And every time of the fist after that, I did not pick Cody Rhodes, and he won. So guess what? I'm picking John Cena. You know why I'm picking John Cena? There's two reasons I'm picking John Cena. Number one, Cody always wins, except for 39. When I don't pick him. But more importantly, I honestly think John Cena is going to win. And I think we're going to see a new member with The Rock and Cody and John Cena. You're going to see the third person. And I'm saying the person that's going to help John Cena beat Cody Rhodes is Solo Sikoa. Solo has done too much over the last year not to have any kind of involvement with WrestleMania whatsoever. For the fact that he has nothing going on whatsoever at WrestleMania, I think that's going to be his involvement at WrestleMania to help John Cena wins. And I'm probably going to puke in my face, puke in a bag. I'm going to throw up Jello shots. I'm going to be so mad.
You know, here's an off the here.
But guess what, John Cena? You're retiring. You're not gonna reach 22. You're not reaching 22. You ain't reaching a real record.
Before Bobby goes, I want to make one prediction. I agree with what you're saying. It's just I think the third person is going to be Austin. Just to make it that much worse, they're going to have Steve Austin help John Cena beat Flair's record.
That would be worse. And I love Austin, but that'd be so much worse.
Yeah,
I see the tie-in, but that would be so much worse.
Yeah. Bobby, you get the last position. What do you think's going to happen?
Everybody has said a piece of what I'm thinking, but I actually think Cody Rhodes is going to take it. I think the opposite is going to happen. Cody Rhodes is going to take it. I think The Rock is going to turn on Cena because he lost. That's what's going to get Cena back to being a face and selling T-shirts and stuff like that, and ended his run like it's supposed to. So
this could be the third heel turn ever.
Yeah, it would be. It would be, but I just see it happen. It's WWE, you know. I see that happening. I see the person coming in, helping him is actually Seth Rollins. Because I think it's going to be Heyman, The Rock, Seth Rollins, and, you know, everybody there. Because Cena can't get the job done, then we're going to go with Seth Rollins. And that's how Rollins is going to get his title shot against Cody. SummerSlam.
So SummerSlam is when Cody lose the title.
Huh?
So SummerSlam, Cody lose the title.
Possibly. I can see him losing the South. I don't see him losing to John Cena. I think Cena's going to turn back face again. And then he's going to be or is she just gonna help him during SummerSlam to keep the title?
Well, Bobby, like I've said many times before, I would rather you were booking this shit than WWE Creative, because I have no faith in them. Faith in you, yes. Faith in them, none. Now, on that note, I hope everybody enjoys WrestleMania for what it is, even if you think I'm full of crap. Happy Easter to everybody, and happy Mania weekend for however you choose to celebrate it.
And if you're watching WrestleMania 41, Night 2, check out the WrestleMania 41 thread happening in Motown's wrestling group. And you can also check out the Zoom watch party hosted by Corey D. Lyons.
Absolutely. And on behalf of the mastermind Bobby Rogers, Tony Motown Allen, and the Tigress Ty Nickerson, and the absent this week but back next week, marvelous Marcus Buckley, I am your not-so-humble correspondent, Robert Black, saying so long, everybody. Happy Easter. Happy WrestleMania. Hit that James Brown, baby!
Hit it. Oh, how you feel, brother? Feeling good. You feel good? Feeling good. It's groovy. Play so much bone, brother. How you feel, man? I feel all right. I call your name. I don't want no people to know you're in here. How you feel, fella? That jam. Sure getting down. Look at him. Ha. We're gonna